So today's the day. The bike's gonna finally be assembled. Everything's ready. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I have the first parts ready on the table. So I'm gonna put in the bottom bracket. Not sure how to do that yet, but we'll figure that out. Then we got the steering bearings as well. I'm gonna put the fork and the bars, the stem. Got my friend Danny here. She's gonna help me film. Let's get started. I'm not even sure where to start, but we're just gonna go for it. So I think I've watched enough YouTube videos to kind of know what to do. We'll see. Okay, the bottom bracket goes in first. There's a lot of washers. I'm not sure how many am I supposed to use. The other bearing, they're so smooth. Fresh out the box, shit ton of washers. Alright, and then also we have this goo right here, which we're gonna smother inside all the holes where the bearing's supposed to go. So I guess without further ado, let's just begin. Make sure not to scratch it too much before I can ride it. So as far as I've seen from the videos, first we need to just put a little layer of this goop and then hammer in the bearings. Not too much, not too little. Take this. I don't think there's a specific way it should lay in. Super loud. I think we're fine. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side. Right, next thing is gonna be the forks. So we got these bearings. One goes up here, one goes on top. So we gotta put some goo on the frame as well now. I think the bearings are gonna be fine. There's a little bit of a gap on them, but I think the cranks are gonna kind of push it together. No more bashing on the frame anymore, which is good. That's painful. Yeah, let's put the bottom on first. Put some of this goop on the inside of the frame. And then we're gonna put the same on here as well. This is where the bearing is gonna sit. I don't think this bike has ever had this treatment before, ever since it came out of the shop. Now we take one of the bearings. Oh, it rolls so smooth. Put this on. It's no washers, nothing. Just goes on like that. Put the frame together. There we go. Do the top of the frame. Probably should have greased it before, but do a little bit more. That should be good. Take the other bearing. Put it in there, just like that. Okay, next part is going to be the stem. This is the setup that's supposed to be on there. It's only one washer, and then this main head tube part. I don't know if you grease this. I'm not sure. I don't think you do. We're just going to send it. Okay, I forgot two crucial parts. Kind of need these. Yeah, this one goes first. I'm not sure what the fuck's this, but for good measure, we're just gonna put it on there because I'm not sure if it needs any. Looks a bit rough, but hey, I think we're on the right path here. This does not go there. Okay, we finally figured out where this part goes. It doesn't go on the steering, it goes on the sprocket. It's like a washer. So first thing, before we tighten these screws, we need to put the center screw in and only then tighten. We just continue pressing on it. It should press the bearing in, just like that. I think it's like a pretty even gap. Feels pretty tight. There we go. Might undo it a little bit. Seems like it doesn't want to steer too much. Okay, so I'm going to lightly put in these two screws because this is what's going to tighten the whole thing together. Now comes the best part, the bars. So I know a lot of people sand this part and sand the inside because of the paint. So I'm going to do that too. I don't want my bars to go like that and eat dirt. Lightly sand down this part and the inside of the stem. Since there is paint, it's gonna have some resistance. It's gonna wear out anyway. This is what's gonna change the whole look of the bike. So now what we're gonna do is evenly spread out tension through all the bolts. It's pretty much like tightening a wheel to the car. So you go kind of diagonally and evenly spread tension. Use a little bit of this goop for the screws as well. Went in like a charm. The next thing is aligning the bars. So what you really want to do is have them parallel to your fork. That's like the basic, I guess. I mean, you can do it as your comfort says, but I'm gonna try to do it in a level. Also make sure that your bars are straight in the center. If there's too much tension in the front, like I have right now, just release the front bolts a little bit, tighten the back. One side a little bit, then the other side. Now it's time for cranks. So unfortunately I can't change the drive side. I'm a right-hand drive. I would prefer grinding on the right side. Make sure that the bike's upside down, right? So you know that this is where my sprocket's gonna go. So I'm gonna use the same thickness washer. So we got all kinds of thick washers. All right. Did it a little bit too much. Kind of have to even it out. Okay, so I wasn't sure what kind of washers go where, but what I do know is that the bearing needs to have a little washer here so it doesn't have straight contact with the rest of the parts. Pretty much the same thickness, and then this goes on top. There's a little gap, not sure if it's supposed to be there. Let me know in the comments if there should be a gap. Like this. Now the most important part is putting the other crank so they're both even. That should work now. These two are going on each side of the crank. This table is way too small. I'm gonna have to undo a little bit. So just like that, cranks are on. Okay, so we just spent like 10 minutes aligning the steering wheel. I mean, it looks kind of weird. I don't know if it's the camo tire or what. Kind of straight, it'll do for now. But the bike itself is looking amazing right now. Like that front camo tire looks super sick. You can't even tell it used to be blue. Looking good so far. Sheesh. Let's get it. There we go. Well, that was my first ever skate park in like. So the last time I went to a skate park was at the local skate park. It was just like a little hangar with a park inside, the closest by. I remember being too scared. Going into the skate park now still felt scary, but I was ready to push myself a little bit more than usual. Doing a couple of rounds in the half pipe. I'll show you a couple of videos of me riding and other people riding. It's scary. It's scary once you get to the ledge and you have to do transition back down. That's like the scariest part. So the good thing is, like, the main BMX guy was there as well. He gave me a couple of things to notice. I did kind of improve onwards. Like my last jumps were much better than the first ones, but there was so many people there, so many scooter kids, a couple of BMX bikes, so you have to kind of get the momentum. You kind of have to see when nobody else is riding, then you can go. It's like a little bit of freestyle. So me being a total absolute noob, the park seemed empty for me, like the ramps seemed empty, so I started going into the quarter pipe, and some scooter kid didn't know what kind of transition I'm gonna do. I was just going back and forth. He thought I was gonna jump up. He was in mid-air. He got scared because I was there, and I couldn't even see him until he landed. So basically he got scared. He landed on his knees on the ledge of the ramp, and while I was doing the quarter pipe and going down and going up again, and then I see him laying on the floor. Like, it happened so quick I didn't even notice him. But the park was empty at that moment, and I was going, so he kind of didn't calculate and didn't see me ride. I mean, you can see that I'm not going over because it's my first time on the park. And so this one kid, he gave me a couple things what to be cautious about with other riders in the park, which I totally understand, but I'm such a rookie, you can't even imagine. Like all I did was a couple of transitions, and that's pretty much it. I did catch my wheel on the ledge a couple of times, or my tires slipped because I was not in the right angle myself. And the thing that changed a little bit of my technique was when this BMX pro teacher guy, he told me to do like a hop instead of like sliding and trying to move forward, and like see where I'm going, like turning my head as well and my shoulders. And once I got that hop in, it honestly changed the whole game. Like, yeah, I did a couple of rounds, I was already out of breath, so it is a little bit different than going on street. I was not planning to do ramps. I was actually trying to go to the second floor and do street, which has more like curbs and a couple of quarter pipes and yeah, stuff like a little bit more where I can just do more stuff instead of just catching air. But yeah, it just went slow and steady. Still fell a couple of times and just kind of got stuck in my own bike. Thankfully, everything went well and I didn't hurt myself at all. I now know how bad I am and how much do I need to learn. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, I'm new. I need to relearn things, and that's what I'm gonna do. Next time I'm going to the park, I'm probably gonna go midday when everyone's in school. It was packed. It was like more scooters than anything, but those dudes do like crazy flips, bro. Like, I don't even know how to do that on scooters. Overall, a great experience. I would say an 8.5 out of 10 just because of all the traffic that was on the ramps. But yeah, it's just something you have to get with. The bike itself holds pretty fine. Like, the only issue right now is I think I need to change my driver. Not sure what that is, but the chain is cracking a little bit and it's gonna crack. As you see in the clip, I did go to the local bike shop to put the chain on because it was too long. However, I still need to take one link off, and so my back tire is closer to the frame. And yeah, I need to change the driver because it really cracks, and it's kind of scary, and it kind of throws you off as well with the noise. All the bearings fine. It fits in the Mercedes S-Class, the old one, which is insane in the back seat. I'm gonna need a pivot seat because this seat absolutely sucks. 2026 starting with a bang. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's like the craziest thing ever. I did it in my own apartment, which is crazy, but I did it. Like, looking totally different now. So plans for the future, do more content, pushing my limits, fighting the fear of you know, just being extreme. Just gotta send it. We'll see what the future holds for us, but this is the beginning. We're finally there. Crazy journey, but I'm here to take it all in, and I'm getting so much good support from my friends. So thank you so much, everybody who's been participating in this build. Let's keep shredding, guys. 2026, we coming in hot with a new BMX bike. New videos coming. Stay tuned. Peace.